Alright guys, we need to talk. This is gonna be a bit of a different video in a sense that it's not exactly about War Thunder or one of the many bugs, tens of thousands of bugs, also known as features. What it is about is my live streams, and specifically you guys. Now I know that majority of my viewership is not going to see this video or watch it, you know, it's just how it is. You can tell that by even the fact that only some of my viewership watch Reserve the Top Tier and some of it watches Stock to Shock. And some of it is dead, but that's besides the point. What I'm not gonna try to do is not be too condescending or entitled, because that's just not the type of person I really am. But here's the thing. I have been streaming for pretty much since the beginning. I remember back in I think it was 2022 when I had my depression era, was in hospital for a month, and then after that I went back to work, and I thought I can't do this. My mind is racing still. Like, I'm still on the medication and it makes me sometimes do things that I just don't care about, and I might hurt myself. So I was able to stay at home and I started doing more and more live streaming, and it was good. It was fun. We had a lot of people there, blah, 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 blah. Now here's the thing. I'm not looking for any sympathy over the fact, like, all that stuff, the depression and everything is behind me. I'm not depressed anymore. I love where I am with my life and everything's good. But the point of this video is to talk about you guys and me live streaming. And as I said, I've done it for many years. So roughly 3 to 4, I think 4th year running now, live streaming all types of games, War Thunder, including War Thunder and, you know, some other games. For the longest time, I had been streaming on YouTube, which was a bit of a 50-50. Obviously, there's going to be trolls, and, you know, that's just logical because they have really nothing better to do. But what I do find interesting is the fact that when I was streaming on YouTube, every time I started the stream up, for the first hour, everything was awesome. Like, the chat's active, everybody's talking to each other, especially if it's War Thunder. But unfortunately, if I play literally anything else, nobody watches, which I kind of understand because I'm known as a War Thunder content creator. Nobody really expects me to play anything else, except I'm a human being, just like you, just like your mom, just like your dad. I play other games as well, but that's besides the point. My point is that for the first hour or so, everything is fine. After the hour, the chat dies down. People don't exactly leave, even though the viewership does drop a little bit, but not a lot though. But for some reason, yeah, it's like I don't exactly understand like how to get people to talk. Because the thing with YouTube is that when you're streaming on YouTube, the one of the ways how YouTube pushes your stream is by people talking in chat. Now, every time I've streamed, when the chat has died down, the viewership has pretty much been the same, and it's always like there's so many lurkers. I don't understand the logic for lurking in a live stream. I understand if you're gonna watch a video and not talk or leave a comment, totally fine. But brother, it's a live stream, you know? I'm doing the live stream for you. For the past like 3 years, I haven't had a single stream monetized. Not one. So there were no ads. None whatsoever. You could join in the stream and just enjoy the stream. Have a chat with me. Have a chat with other people in the stream. But for some reason, lurkers just choose not to do so. And I don't understand why. But I do get it. They also play their own games and they do their own stuff. Totally understandable. But if you're, you know, you could try. You know, you can try to pay attention to the chat. If you're going to watch the stream or like just anything, you know, have a chat from time to time. Keep the chat rate up. You don't have to actively participate. Nobody's holding a gun to your head exactly and just saying, you have to chat. You better chat. Nobody is saying that. All I'm asking is to be a part of the community. I know there's not much of a community left anymore because, you know, Angry Estonian Goblin and kids are like, why are you so mean? What the fuck? It's just, I don't, just talk, you know? Just talk. Talk about anything. I love it, even the fact that like there's been so many times where the chat dies down. I've asked, what the hell? Like, why aren't you guys talking or just saying anything? And like, I'm trying to communicate with them. And then they say, we don't know what to talk about. And I've proven it many times. It is so easy to come up with topics. Literally all you gotta do is talk about stuff. Just anything. What are your interests? Maybe somebody else might have a similar interest. Like, there's so many things to talk about and they don't know what to talk about. It's kind of mesmerizing how the youth's mind works. All they think about is 6-7, but having a normal conversation, can't do that. Just physically impossible. It's just diabolical, really. It's quite mesmerizing. I really just don't understand the point of, you know, joining a live stream and not talking. That is really kind of the point of a live stream, though, is to talk. Either with the content creator, or talk with other viewers, or have a whole big conversation about literally anything, you know? There's been moments where I still remember these, like, just heavenly moments where at one point everybody's like, I don't know what to talk about. 5 minutes later, we're all yapping about some complete random stuff like, oh, I don't know, bicycles. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But we're having a conversation about things, stuff. Everything doesn't have to revolve around War Thunder. War Thunder is not life. It is just a part of your life, but it's most certainly not your whole life. But even still, how would you struggle to, you know, talk about certain things? Like, you're watching my stream because War Thunder. Talk about War Thunder. Ask other people if they've dropped any nukes, or like what was their first nuke like, or literally anything. Even recently, whenever chat died down, the only person or only people, matter of fact, left talking were my moderators. Not a lot of people, like 30 to 40 people watching the stream, and the only people left were moderators. Just talking. It's truly mesmerizing how other viewers, lurkers, so to speak, wouldn't even try to participate. It's like they don't care. And how YouTube works, again, the more you talk, it increases the chat rate, therefore YouTube pushes the stream out more. Lurkers don't understand that. Even though in multiple streams I've had to explain it, they still don't want to help. They don't care. It's just diabolical. And besides, like, the sole reason why I'm doing these live streams is because I want to chat with you guys. I want to have conversations with y'all. I mean, sure, you want to watch War Thunder gameplay, right? Or any other gameplay. That's why I'm providing it for you. But I'm there also to have a conversation with you about everything, which is also why I didn't have the streams monetized, because I just didn't care enough. Because initially it was actually good. People were joining in and we were having nice conversations. I mean, the people did get angry quite a lot because they found out that I'm an asshole, which makes sense. I am. I know. I'm the angry Estonian goblin. Why do you act surprised? It's the clues are everywhere, bro. Pay attention. like, I don't know. Anyway, and even now, when I've stopped streaming on YouTube and I moved to Twitch, FYI, I now stream on Twitch. The amount of people, when I started announcing the fact that I'm streaming on Twitch now, I've gone from about 500 followers that I had on Twitch from ages ago, now to almost 1,000, or I think it's like 900. I can't remember. It was some number. Every stream, I'm still getting less than 10 viewers. Like, it's actually crazy. I mean, I don't know what to do. I feel like streaming is not fun. Like, I don't care about the money aspect. FYI, let me make this clear. The fact that I have so many lurkers now, either I stream on YouTube or on Twitch, doesn't matter. Because I have so many lurkers, I have now monetized all my streams. Because you guys don't want to talk. So you know what? I might as well make a buck off of you. Because if you don't care, I don't care. Simple as that. If you were actually active, I would not have ads running consistently. But since you don't care, enjoy the ads. I might be streaming to a wall that has eyes, a brain, and a mouth, and hands, but never talks. But at least I'm making something off of it, you know? Like, I do these streams for you guys, so you can see my gameplay or ask me questions about certain things, or even when I'm recording for a video, you can watch me actually record live for a specific video, but I feel like I'm still getting spat on every time I do so. Like, it's low-key not even worth streaming. But here's the thing, I want to stream. I want to show you guys what I do. So yeah, streams from now on will be monetized. I might turn off the ads if I get enough viewers, specifically active viewers who actively communicate in chats and, you know, try to have a conversation. And I really do hope that I don't sound too entitled here, because I'm literally just trying to explain how I do like the reason why I do this, why I stream. I want to talk to you guys, or when I'm recording for a video, I want you guys to see what goes into the process of actually recording for a video, because the process for that obviously is way too long, depending on the video. But I feel like I've forgotten something to say. If I have something else that I forgot to say, I'll put that into the comment section so you guys can, you know, fully read it there. Oh, and yeah, Obviously, I've stopped streaming on YouTube. I am now streaming fully on Twitch. Well, fully is the wrong word for that because yes, I am now streaming on Twitch. And matter of fact, I've been streaming daily. I've been streaming recently War Thunder. I've been streaming Forza Horizon. What else did I stream? Serious Sam, I want to say. I can't remember. I've been streaming a bunch of stuff, and viewership has been very low, which is really unfortunate. I want you guys there. Please be there. But besides Twitch, there is one more stream coming to YouTube this year. And if I remember correctly, it is on the 29th. And also, if I remember correctly, it's 4 p.m. GMT, which will be my birthday stream. On it, I will be getting drunk, playing a bunch of games, not just specifically War Thunder, but every game would have certain rules. Let's say the clear-cut obvious War Thunder, if I die, I take a shot. And there's a few other games that I might or might not do, but the rules aren't really flushed out in that sense, but we're working on it. So make sure to tune into that. There will also be a link to it in the description. So open it up and click on notify me. And when the live stream starts or is about to start, YouTube will let you know. So you can tune in and celebrate my birthday with me. After all, I'm turning goddamn 30 years old. I'm an unk, bro. Give me a break. Shit's ridiculous, bro. But yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here. The link to my Twitch is also in the description. If you guys actually want to see me live stream, I'm live streaming daily. There's no specific hours at what time I usually start streaming, but I'm setting that up. So keep an eye on my Twitch if you want to watch my streams, if you want to watch me play. And I really can't wait to see you there, and I hope you do come and we can have a good time. But again, thank you guys so much for listening to this video of me rambling about live streaming and stuff like that. I know most of you don't care, but some of you do. And those some, I'll hope to see you in my streams.